Hello, volunteers. Thank you for taking a few minutes to learn about including pets in disaster safety planning. Let's start by discussing developing a safety plan. We'll be using the resource released by bestfriends.org. Two major steps to consider in making a safety plan including pets are determine an emergency caregiver for pets if you become incapacitated, and prepare a bag with pet supplies, vaccine records, and care instructions. The first thing we want to do is determine 2 or 3 emergency caregivers. An emergency caregiver is someone that you can trust to care for your pet if you are unable to do so yourself. Prep your designated caregiver for success by creating a description of your pet's needs, behaviors, and medical concerns. Next, we will want to gather a few supplies to prepare you and your pet. Be prepared for disaster with a pet evacuation kit. Assemble the kit well in advance for an emergency and store in an easy-to-carry waterproof container close to an exit. Your kit should account for these types of items: food and medicine, first aid, sanitation, documents, travel gear, and comfort items. We'll go into more detail on these items now. You'll want to pack 3 to 7 days worth of dry and canned pop food. You'll also want a 2-week supply of medicine, at least 7-day supply of water, feeding dish and water bowl, and liquid dish soap. Note that medicine and food must be rotated and replaced to ensure they don't expire. You can purchase a pre-built first aid kit, but you can also put one together yourself. You just want to make sure to include antidiarrheal liquid or tablets, antibiotic ointment, bandage tape and scissors, cotton bandage rolls, flea and tick prevention, isopropyl alcohol, disposable rubber gloves, saline solution, towel and washcloth, and tweezers. All of these items will be helpful to have on hand in the event of an emergency. Emergencies are often messy, so don't forget to put together some sanitation supplies such as a litter pan and scoop, a shirt box with a plastic bag works well for a pan, some newspaper, paper towels, and trash bags, as well as household cleaner or disinfectant. Make sure to gather important documents such as identification papers, including proof of ownership, medical records and medication instructions, emergency contact list, including veterinarian and pharmacy, a photo of your pet, possibly with you, description of your pet's feeding routine, medical needs, and behaviors. For foster pets, this info should be included in the pet info sheets and vaccine records provided by staff. Having these items gathered will be helpful for your records, as well as reference if anyone else needs to help care for your pets. If you're making an evacuation plan, you have to account for actually moving the pets. The items you want to gather are a crate or pet carrier labeled with your contact info, extra collar, a harness with tags and leash, as well as a flashlight and extra batteries. Finally, with all this stress, pets really need a way to relax, so don't forget to pack some comfort items such as their favorite toys and treats, some extra bedding, or a familiar blanket. Here's a blank plan outline which can be found on the bestfriends.org website under resources. In the event that you experience a disaster, here are some steps that you will want to take immediately after. If you have a foster pet and are involved in a disaster, immediately contact staff. After an emergency, you'll want to survey the area for dangers, examine your pets for any sign of illness or injury, and help animals adjust since familiar scents and landmarks have changed. Pets should only be released into safe areas to avoid dangerous elements and other animals. Let your pet eat slowly and sleep often. Work to rebuild stability and routine for you and your pet. Finally, contact your vet if you notice any discomfort or stress in your pet. If, after the disaster, your pet is lost, physically check animal control and animal shelters daily for lost animals. Post waterproof lost animal notices and notify local law enforcement, animal care, and control officers. If your animal is lost and has a microchip, notify the microchip registry that your animal is missing. Always remember that any first aid administered to your pet should be followed by immediate veterinary care. First aid care is not a substitute for veterinary care, but it may save your pet's life. If you have a foster pet that has escaped, immediately call staff. Now that we've covered some general disaster preparedness, let's discuss Ahimsa House-specific disaster procedures. In the event of a fire, always know where your fire extinguishers are. Do not attempt to put out a large fire on your own. Have front and back exit routes. Close doors behind you, but do not lock them. Determine an evacuation point for you, your family, and pets to safely meet and call for help. In the event that your area experiences severe weather, please provide optimal safety for Ahimsa House pets. Staff will check in. Please reach out to the crisis line if you need any assistance with the pets, either during or after the event has passed. Keep in mind that tornado watch is when conditions are right. Tornado warning is when one has been spotted. For shelter, select an enclosed room or hallway with no direct doors or windows to the outside. Occupants should stay away from corners, windows, doors, and outside walls. Use as many walls as possible between you and the outside. Use couch cushions and your arm to protect your head and neck. Do not open windows. Occupants should stay in designated spots until all clear notifications have been received. If you experience a medical emergency outside of regular business hours, please call the 24-hour line at 404-452-6248. Make sure to identify yourself and the name of the pet. Please give the crisis line volunteer any pertinent information about the pet and their condition. A staff member will be in touch to coordinate next steps on a case-by-case basis. Ahimsa House has taken some safety steps in order to respond to COVID. We created our procedures based on the American Pets Alive COVID-19 Animal Shelter Preparedness Guide. In the event of a shelter shutdown due to COVID-19, our plan and protocol is to move as many animals into temporary fosters as possible. The measures that staff members have taken include staff working remotely until further notice. We're best reached via email or our 24-hour line. Administrative voicemails are being checked twice daily, and calls left at the office will be returned within the next business day. Pet supply donation received at the office is suspended until further notice. Some extensions may apply pending updates. Home supply deliveries will be left either in mailboxes or on front steps to reduce interaction. In order to ensure the safety of our volunteers, we've put precautions in place. In the event that your foster pet requires medical care, please call our 24-hour line so that staff can find an available facility. Please call a facility when you arrive and stay in your car. Call 404-452-6248 with any questions. To help protect our transporters, we are doing drive-through style pickup and drop-off. New pets can be bathed upon receival. There's no evidence of companion animals spreading COVID to humans, but if you'd like to give your new foster dog a bath or wipe your kitty down with a cloth, it is safe to do so. I know that this can be a lot of information, but I'll include links below to the Best Friends Preparedness resource, as well as the link to the American Pets Alive Shelter Preparedness Guide. What we ask of volunteers is that you have a safety plan for you and your home. Please put together a small prep kit including pet info and supplies. Make sure your foster pet has an Ahimsa House tag, and if not, let us know. I wanted to end on an image of an example emergency preparedness plan including pets. We posted this on our Facebook page a few weeks ago as well. As always, please reach out if you have any questions or concerns, and if you need immediate response, call our 24-hour line at 404-452-6248. Thank you so much, and stay safe.